Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing this glorious Friday morning? I am having a very good morning so far, and I am looking forward to this day and this weekend. Um, so today, we're going to say hi to everybody. We're going to get through a few things, but we are going to then talk about a few videos I saw, hashtag Fatphobia. I thought it would just be fun to go do the TikTok thing for a day. But I found a few videos that just completely outline the insanity. I got cat hair all hanging all over my face already. Completely outlined the insanity of this. Just it's foolishness. It's everybody's so deep in their fucking feelings. Lose some fucking weight, people. You know what I mean? Like I understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand it can be emotional eating. Trust me, I get it. I mean, fucking. Every time I get upset, I want to. I think about cookies and shit like that. I get it. Okay, but like these people, like we're just so tied into victimhood and so tied into it's all emotion and this and that. Like we need to get to a realization that times are about to get very hard for a lot of people. That people need to take very serious control. Like there it is. I was rolling around with awesome sauce. People need to start taking very serious control of their lives a little bit and stop making fucking excuses. The video we did last night, for those of you that didn't watch, talked about Fat Meets Fire, his comeback to losing weight. I was hoping that it was going to be some sort of very serious, like motivational. This guy's lost weight before; he's going to lose weight again. Very disappointed. Like so self-centered, so like egotistical and completely like all about him and all the bullshit excuses when he's not viewing like it's what the fuck's going on with these people? Like we're about to watch these fat phobic videos and it's these people trying to make every excuse under their fucking sun for being fat as fuck. Listen, you're 300 fucking pounds. Lose weight. It's not a debate. You're not healthy. It doesn't look good. Like, I mean, 300 pounds. I'm sorry. I was almost 300 pounds myself. Doesn't look good. Didn't look good then. Didn't look good on me. And I was huge. I was massively muscular, huge too. Didn't look good on me. It doesn't look good. You don't look like you feel well. Anybody that's been that big can attest to that. You know, I don't fucking get it. I mean, I don't understand. But we're gonna say hi to Fox. What's going on? Shield Maiden Fitness, Eli, Janet, Lizzie, Cookies, Inked Latina, Sabrina, KP, Hexred, Little Monster. What's going on? Don't you mean they're fifis? Yes. Eli, I don't get what you mean. I don't get what they mean by fat phobia. Phobia is an irrational fear. There's no irrational fear of being fat. It's a very rational fear. Like everybody should be afraid of getting obese. You should be. You should absolutely. It kills people. Obesity kills. You should be afraid of it. You're not running across the street in traffic phobic. You just know that if you run across the street in high traffic, it will fucking kill you. You know, like celebrating 33 years, 33 birthday, prepping. That's fucking congratulations, bro. Congratulations. Angela, how you doing? Chris, Amelia, Chris Beller, how the fuck you been? No Morbidity is awesome. Between that and Ember, I have to remember to eat. That is a fucking standing. Hell yeah, I'm going to take a picture of that. Boom. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. We will be restocked here within the next week. So very, very, very fucking happy. Very good. Very happy you guys are enjoying it, man. Eloise, what's going on? Rebecca Kaplan, question for Alan regarding, I don't know who else you're asking a question to. Regarding speaking to loved ones who is obese, did Crystal ever confront you when you were at your heaviest, or did you decide to make a change? She had mentioned to me, like, she had conversations with me, but I basically, like, I woke up one morning and I knew it wasn't healthy. I mean, obviously, I was like, well, I'm just doing this to get stronger for this period of time. I had let my eating disorder kind of take the wheel, and she had been like, she had mentioned it's going too far multiple times in a very kind way, obviously, because that's what she does. But once it was like, I don't think I'm sleeping too well. She was like, oh, you fucking think so? Like, because she was not sleeping well because of my snoring either. So yes, she did. Ari, how are you? Little monster, what's going on? I don't get the term fatphobia. The last time I checked, fatphobia was related to anorexia. That's the only time. That's the only time I can see it is if it's related to anorexia, and then we call it anorexia. We need proudly fatphobic T-shirts. That's a good one right there. Love working. Breakfast, y'all. Okay, how you doing, Hannah? Danny, Robbie, what's going on? Why does Lizzo surround herself with fit men? Because they're hypocrites. All of them. They're fucking hypocrites. Like, to an incredible degree. Kelly, Squeaky Wombat, and Rebecca. So Crystal never called you fat as fuck. No, but we use the word fat all the time. I used it all the time. I was fat. I wasn't necessarily. I was big too, so I was definitely obese. But fat as fuck, nah. I didn't have anything rolling over. Put it that way. I was just looked like a big tube. Just wanted to say, got my no morbidity 2 days ago in South Korea via APO. So easy with the shipping. Love it already. Thank you. Very fucking awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. All right. So let's see here. We are going to go to. I gotta pull this down. Here we go. So I found this young lady's video yesterday. And I wanted to start off here, and then we're just going to kind of like roll into whatever. So the only video I've really taken a look at in this whole thing is this video. And this is from, her name is Sarcastic Style Desi Bay. And again, just like with yesterday and any day, I don't dislike these people. I'm just very blunt with them, and I don't want anybody to think that for any reason you should go over and give this woman any shit. She obviously hates herself, in my opinion, of course, to a great degree. When you hear the level of denial this woman is at, you understand. Fuck, I got to make sure I did this correctly. So one more time. There we go. Okay. Kelly, how are you? Squeaky, already said hi. SJ Snyder, I already said that. Good. Sean and James, how the cat's doing? Awesome Sauce just arrived. There she is. She's going to say hello, and she's going to sit next to me on her chair. And here we go. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to fill my coffee up. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. All right, so this is Alpha Fat Style. So Alpha Fat TV, Alpha TV, I guess it is. Awesome Sauce is her own chair. Yes, she does. Awesome Sauce on no morbidity. If we could get her to take it, we would have her take it. Isn't that right, baby? We love you though. You're trying. I love her so much. So we'll go check out the video this came from, but let's check out what this woman has to say.
Name one girl that looks good at 300 pounds.
I don't know what 300 pounds is.
See,
Hating fat people is insecurity.
So I don't understand where the hate was. This is what I don't get. I mean, we're going to watch the whole video, but this woman from the other video is stating like, name one woman that looks good at 300 pounds. I would ask to do the same. Name one person that looks good at 300 pounds. Name one male or female that looks good at 300 pounds. That you think looks good at 300 pounds. Now, here's my thing. If you can list off a bunch of people, great. I mean, I would argue that most of the women you're going to list off, it's more about their face and then their makeup and stuff like that. But name anybody that looks good at 300 pounds, like, because, and I'm not trying to insult anybody. Like I'm just stating a personal preference of 300 pounds. I can't view that person and think they look good. Personally, it's a biologically hardwired thing for most people, you know? And I'm just going to leave it at that. Like, but that's not hate. Like people not gushing over you and telling you you're awesome all the time is not hate. That's the problem with this young lady's generation, is any negative thing that is not, like, when people don't just fall all over themselves in adoration of them, for some reason it's like hate. And it's just because, I mean, and this woman is obviously close to 3 bills or more. And that's why she took this so fucking hard to the face. But, you know,
It's
Shaq, I mean, even then, he was big and had a belly at 300 pounds, and he has major health issues, and had them even then. So just pointing it out. And I like Shaq, but you know, I don't think he looked healthy by any stretch of imagination. Shit, the Undertaker is I mean, and I'm saying look good. You think? I mean, anyway. I mean, and that's your opinion. You're allowed to have your opinion.
it's not a personality trait. It's insecurity. It's pathetic.
Pathetic, as in like you can't stop feeding yourself to the point where you're risking like chronic illness, disease, and burden on society. That kind of pathetic.
It's corny.
Corny, like as in you get so upset because somebody said that they don't think you look good that you get fucking triggered to make a video.
Like, imagine already being unattractive on the outside and then being ugly on the inside too.
I love how this woman just called this other lady ugly. Like, did you guys see the hypocrisy there? Like, she's like, she immediately got to go to like, she's got to downplay this woman's looks. Like, that is like, it's like beautiful. Like how ridiculous that is. Like, she's like, so imagine being ugly like this girl and thinking I'm ugly because I'm fat. Like, I mean, that's literally what this chick is saying. I mean, like, I love that. That's so beautifully woke, right there. Like somebody called me ugly, and everybody's beautiful except for this bitch that called me ugly. It's so fucking great. I love it. Like, let's listen to that one more time.
Like, imagine already being unattractive on the outside and then being ugly on the inside too. And then sharing that ugliness with like the internet.
Like, she doesn't even realize that she did that. She doesn't even realize that she just called this person physically ugly. And when she's making a video about being triggered about being called physically ugly, like, she doesn't even realize she did it. That's how fucking stupid they are. You know, like, she's literally calling this, like, and she's like into it too. Like, she's like dead ass set. Like, that woman's ugly on the inside and outside. Imagine being that and then putting it on the internet, and then you know because she called me ugly because I'm fat. Like, that's fucking awesome. That is so funny to me. Like, I laughed out loud when I saw it. Like, she doesn't even realize she did it. They're so in their feelings. Like, what their whole premise behind all this fat acceptance and fat phobic all this bullshit. It is so ridiculous on fucking premise that they don't even get themselves. It's so like they can just spew shit, sound like they're very like, because you know that fat phobia is rooted in racism, and that's because like they can say shit in a very like in a very convinced tone, like they're just stating something as a fact, no matter how ridiculous they fucking sound. I mean, this is still that this woman literally just got upset because somebody called her ugly and then called the person ugly back. And it's like trying to like come up with like the intellectual, like, imagine being this ugly on the outside and inside and then putting that ugliness on the internet. Like they know, like, it is a fairy tale land to think that you can be fat and healthy and everything else has to go around that fairy tale. It's ridiculous.
There's worse things that you can be than fat.
Dead.
And being like you is one of them.
Is it? Is it? Is it? So we're going to watch some more of her content here in a second. So I'm just going to pull her to this side. But we are going to go to this. And listen to it. If they'll let me. Oh, I don't know if they'll even let me go to this video.
Name one girl that looks good at 300 pounds.
I don't know what 300 pounds is.
See, I'm
Maybe use the word obese.
You know what 300 pounds is, and you know what a fat girl is.
Yeah, what is that in stone?
Oh, it's 21 stone.
21 stone.
Yeah, name one girl that looks good at 21 stone.
I think she's
Do you think
cute.
most men want to screw her?
I'm not saying she's my daughter, but she's not my daughter. But she's just putting this, like, she's just saying shit that people know is true. Look at the look on these people's faces as they try to dance around, trying not to get canceled.
I don't know what most men think.
Do you think she gets the same pretty privilege you do?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You know. That's why you work out. You know. Why lie? Why lie? You know. Let's be real. Like when people say, "Oh, fat women are hot," like and there's some dudes that find fat women hot. They find fat women to be sexy as fuck. You do you, motherfuckers. You do you. You know. But for the most part, we're biologically hardwired to see obesity as not desirable, because frankly, it's not desirable. The person doesn't live as long. The person is a burden upon the tribe, basically. You know? And I mean, I know I think the word burden is getting to people when I say it, because they get very, very, very triggered when I point out the fact that being obese does make you a burden upon society, because you're a burden on society. I mean, if we were all back in Stone Ages, right? The fat person would be, obviously, first of all, using more of what would be very scarce resources than other people, to the point where then they cannot actually participate in gathering and procuring these resources at the same pace. So they're putting in less work and pulling out more reward. They're a burden, you know? Now think our healthcare system.
Do you know?
Do you
The chief? No, it depends on how you look at it. Most of the time, the chief was not, like, if you look back, that's those societies where the rulers became fat didn't last long.
think you want to keep them fat so you don't have to compete with them?
Oh, damn!
Lucky for you. There's a lot of girls plumping themselves up right now. So just being in shape, you're like,
I like
top
a
30.
juicy girl.
Look at you're in the top like 30%, just not being fat. I'm motivating them to get on the treadmill. Look at it.
If you love someone, you tell them the truth.
Ah,
That's got
Well, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah,
I think
the
society has kind of dumbed things down and made it so that everything is okay. Do whatever you want, but trying to eliminate the consequences, which can't be.
But how, like, why
Here's-
does someone else have to deal with your problems? Because you're gonna have so many health issues, and now who's gonna take care of you? The guy that's in shape, the thinner partner. Because telling someone that they deserve love when you know damn well that if someone's 300 pounds, they're not gonna get it. So you can say, oh, you deserve love, but it's just not reality. So that might be nice, but it's not kind. What's kind is saying, hey, get on the treadmill and and earn love. That's kind. Some of the most life-changing moments that happened to me, like, were because someone was mean, to be honest, and it inspired me to change. Name.
These people fucking rock. Am I following them? Hell yeah. I don't believe that. I'm gonna have to watch more of their stuff, but So let's just real quick, we'll discuss those things and then we'll go on to the rest of Fatphobia. But I mean, there wouldn't be any fat people because they'd get killed by the wild animals because they're too weak to get away. That's actually reality. You know, like we need to start looking at like things in realistic terms. Like, it is not kind to placate these people. You know, I mean, when people were like, "Oh, you're just big," like, I wish people would have been on me more about being fat. I really wish they would have. You know, I mean, I think we as a society needs to, like, it's just kind of disgusting that we openly don't even discuss the 1.3 or 4 million people that die a year of chronic lifestyle-driven illnesses in America. We don't even talk about it, really. It's avoided. Like, I mean, everybody goes on, we talk about insulin and diabetes medications. We talk about the medications, but we don't talk about the problem. Like, they don't do diabetic foot amputation videos. I'm going to sneeze. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. But deserve some of the handbook that the universe says we deserve anything. I mean, it would fix a lot of problems if people would stop saying they deserve anything. I would agree. Like, yesterday I did a short video about a woman who says, like, we deserve, the plus size community deserves this. For why? What do you deserve? Why does anybody deserve anything, first of all? But why does the plus size community deserve anything? I'm just going to be as honest as I can. Frankly, the world deserves a lot more from the plus size community. The plus size community owes people health. By the way, nutrient driver, taking it first thing in the morning. For my berberine, I've got a bunch of water. Give me one more second. I'm going to sneeze again. I'm back. Sorry about that. Sometimes it's the light. The light, like, first thing of the day makes me sneeze. I don't know. Anyway, my husband likes me thick, but told me that if I hit 300 pounds, he would divorce me. That motivated me. I lost 60 pounds in the plateau, but that doesn't make it stop. I've been losing interest. Good for you, Lola. You know, just try to find a healthy lifestyle for it. You know, and again, I just want to real quick. You can sign up to get notified when No Morbidity comes back in stock. It should be back in stock within the week at both Tiger Fitness and the Ambrosia Collective. Or you can buy our book, Fuck Being Fat. You get a month of the app. Or you can just get our 3-month coaching package if you know you need the help. Anyway, your actions dictate what you deserve. Exactly. Don't complain if you don't put in the work. I completely agree there. The only thing we deserve is the right to earn. I totally 100% agree with that. Here we go. Also, the primal part of our brain are wired that what's healthy to procreate in a partner, and therefore those traits. I mean, and here's the thing. I really don't, like, if people find obese people attractive, that's great. But are you going to take care of them for the rest of their life? Because that's not necessarily, just finding them attractive and fetishizing them is not a actual fucking thing, you know, for the rest of their life. One of my husband's friends shared over 30 crockpot recipes, and after reading to me like 3 of the recipes, I asked him if she was fat. She is, her whole family is, and I feel bad for her kids. And you can tell by what they eat. I mean, that's the thing. I've gone from 2 extra large pants to large pants since the start of Healthier, and that's outstanding. That's outstanding. Great fucking job. I think I'm gonna check Just Pearly Things channel out. I really like those that don't tiptoe around every topic, like Jumpy Coots. That'd be cool. And let's see. It took me having kids to finally get me to take change. That's what I'm saying about 330 to 140. God damn, boom. That's fucking awesome. That's a fucking hero right there. Hell yeah. All right, so we are going to go to the next. We're just going to check out Desi Bay's sarcastic style. And it's Black Lives Matter. She's 39 years old. You better get your shit together because you're a very large woman. So let's go.
Listen, with all undue respect, nobody on my page is talking about that. I am talking about her. I'm talking about that girl in particular. If you want to spend your time debating whatever weirdo obsessive statistics that you feel like debating, go to her page and do it. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about this girl in particular and the way that she speaks about fat women and the way I don't care. I don't care who finds me attractive. I don't care if you find me.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You very much do. That's yeah, you do. If you didn't, you wouldn't be so tweaked about this shit. Yeah, you do.
Find me attractive. I don't care who you find attractive. I don't care about any of that. What I said, and I said it out loud.
You called the girl ugly.
So I'm not really sure how it's being misconstrued. But what I said was that her hating on fat women the way that she does, openly, loudly, wrongly, whatever on her platform, is insecurity. And
I mean, I'm not even saying it's not, but damn, like, let's be real.
I said what I said, and I meant what I said, and I stand on.
You called her physically ugly. You judged her appearance, thus destroying any argument you fucking have. You call it like that's. If Desi Bay watches this video, you fucking punked yourself. You were upset that somebody called, in general, fat people unattractive, and you straight up called the person that did it ugly. You judged her appearance and straight up called her ugly.
On what I said. This hill that you want to die on over here, where, you're in my comments repeatedly talking about how women are not found attractive because they're bigger or people aren't. Who cares?
You do.
Who cares?
You
Nobody's
do.
talking about that.
Yeah, they are.
Everybody should really honestly mind their own business about who finds what attractive, because whoever wants to
But you called her ugly, though. I mean, like that's, how is that not you minding your own business? Like, I love that when people, you should mind your own business. Then you should have minded your own business. You want to know the best way to get people to mind their own business? Pay them no attention. Like I say this all the time. Like if you don't like what I have to say, the best way for me to not to react to you is not fucking engage. Because I'm going to say what I'm going to fucking say. Just like that woman's going to say what she's going to say. And this woman, Desi Bay, you have a right to say whatever the fuck you want to say too. I mean, no matter how hypocritical you fucking sound. But along those fucking lines, you didn't mind your own business.
find me attractive.
So basically, you're saying everybody can mind their own business, unless you want people to mind their own business, unless it's you talk about what you want to talk about.
Will find me attractive regardless.
Not really.
Like, why are you continuing to comment on this? Do you hate fat people too? Because you say you don't, but your energy is giving self-hate. I hate fat people. I hate big people. Like, it's giving that. So what are you getting at?
Tell me,
Is it in the
name
cheeks?
one girl that looks.
That's the one. Whoop.
You know these medical words?
I love
Let's find
doing
out.
these quizzes.
Which of the following is
It's
the
so
medical
fun.
word for swelling?
Edema.
Wow, she looks
That'd
like
be
here.
edema. Which bone disease describes when bones become weak and brittle?
Osteoporosis.
That'd be osteoporosis. A transient ischemic attack involves a decrease in blood supply to which of the following?
The brain, and it often looks like a stroke.
That'd be the brain.
I'm not a medical
This type of
professional.
arthritis involves a buildup of uric acid.
Gout.
The thing is, she's probably heard all these things from her doctor.
It's a mermaid. You're a grown adult man and it's a mermaid. And they've been doing that forever.
Generation that raised me, I'm 43. So the generation,
She's only 4 years older than me. Drink your water, mind your business, and don't be racist.
You know, I don't be racist, obviously. Okay. But this symbol right here, that's racist. I know it's hard. People can't seem to understand the logic, but that is hard. That is a racist symbol, right? I mean, when you are placing one section of life based on color above another, saying that one matters more than another, it's racist. So, and I know that was been in 2020s has been a very hard thing to but I don't even none of my friends, no matter what ethnicity they are, like that term. This woman, that's what she stands for. Obviously, she puts it right here. It's racist. You're racist. Just saying. So, anyway, they throw the racism word around so fucking much to try to fucking act better than people and shit like that. It's pathetic. So here's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go some this is just, I don't even think I can sort this. So we're gonna go down the line for this crazy shit. Now, if there is a music playing, I'm just gonna skip it real quick because then I don't want to get fucking copyright stricken. Oh, wait.
Fucking adjective. I don't know what people expect. I think as a society we have progressed beyond the need to use fat as an insult. It's a fucking adjective. I don't know what people expect the reaction to be when you call someone fat.
Well, the thing is, I agree with you. It should just be seen as like you're like this woman's fat. She looks like she might be fat as fuck. But I agree. It's not really an insult. It's a statement. The problem is people get very upset by the statement that are fat as fuck. They still get very, very, very upset. So I agree with this woman.
Like they say it like they're driving a spear through your fucking heart. You're fat. Yes?
Well, it's...
Congratulations on having eyeballs, bitch. I was in this body before you saw it. What do you think I'm looking at, idiot? No, the
thing is, I mean, people, it's not something that like it should be like, I'm sorry, this is going to upset a lot of people. I know this is, but we should say, hey, you're fat, do something about it. Like, it is something to look at somebody and say, hey, this is an issue. It should be treated like a problem. And the problem is when people try to make light of it like this young lady is, it's not seen as a problem, but it's a fucking problem. Like being fat on an individual level is a problem. On a family, and as a family unit, a member of the family being fat is a problem. For your community, generalized, if you're fat, it's a problem. For society in general, for our country, for the planet, being fat is indeed a problem. Especially how people in our society today are fat, because people in our society today are fat from mostly ultra-processed carbohydrates, and then that involves extra packaging and transportation. That's like the massive amount of more waste that it puts out is a problem. So being fat is a fucking problem,
Other adjective is treated that way. If I came up to you and said you're tall, you wouldn't want to sock me in the face.
No, not at all. Because if you walk up to somebody and say you're tall, or even when somebody says you're short, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. But you could certainly stop hoovering all the food you are. You can control your fatness. This is another big problem with society right now, is that people pretend like they cannot change something. Like we keep equating fatness to skin color and height and stuff like that. Things that people can't change versus something that you could easily change. Not easily. I know it's harder for some people and blah, 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 all sorts of issues. I know, because that's what I coach, right? But pretending that they're the same is just out and out outlandishness. I mean, it's an insult to even proclaim the same thing as fat and tall. It really is.
I think as a society.
Go ahead and step on the scale. Sure. I'm just going to step on it backwards, and please don't tell me the number. I have an eating disorder, and that's what my therapist recommends. Sure, no problem. I'll just leave this here for the doctor.
You don't need to look.
Right. Thanks. Kind of defeated the purpose of weighing backwards. Good to see you again. Go ahead and step on the scale. Hey, just a reminder, if you could just weigh me backwards and then not write it down on the paper you leave right by me, that would be great.
Like, here's my thing, man. Like, I mean, like, if you have such a hard time with your, and don't get me wrong, I tell people all the time, if the weight, if that triggers you, then you know there's a problem. Like this one, like there's no fat phobia, okay? Like this woman has hashtag fat phobia, healthcare in America. And healthcare in America, by the way, is not fat phobic. Healthcare in America just fucking sucks. The number 3 cause of death in the United States is in fact medical error. That's why when we put such faith in the healthcare system and in our public health officials for 2.5 years to trash all of the economy in the fucking country, it is ridiculous because they fuck up so much that they're the 3rd leading cause of death. That's fucking reality. So when you like this woman's like, oh, it's fat phobic. Like, you know, the number's bad. If you didn't know the number was bad, you wouldn't mind seeing it. Like, I mean, that's the thing. If you can't see the weight on the scale, I get it. Your therapist is likely right, but you can't claim fat phobia if you know the number's bad. You know it's bad. Like, fucking ridiculous.
Before I show you guys these clips, I just need to make it very clear that these videos are extremely triggering, they're violent, and they're disgusting.
I don't know what they are.
So this is your warning.
Ideally, they have tape.
I don't like that guy's video.
I have a condition called lipedema. It's a rarely diagnosed fibrotic fat disorder that grows the legs and sometimes the arms really big. Lipedema fat isn't losable, so you can't diet or exercise it away.
It is not losable, but it is avoidable.
Most people have seen lipedema, but they don't know it. 11%.
It is avoidable. Just so we get, like, the condition may not be avoidable. I'm not going to say it is because I'm not sure. I haven't read up on the literature on avoidability. But if you don't get fat, it's not going to become lipedema fat. Just saying.
Fat shaming and skinny shaming are the same.
Actually, no, they're not. Fat people are denied jobs, proper medical care, health insurance, they're paid less, they don't have equal access to clothing, travel, many public spaces, even the body mass index.
Whoa. You have access to everywhere everybody else has access to. If you're too fucking big, you're the one that's not giving yourself access. So slow the fuck down. And here we go about the body mass index. Even the body mass index.
The way that it discriminates against women, especially women of color, it was created for and based around white men. Like fat phobia.
Okay, but here's why. Here does nobody math anymore? Does nobody math anymore? Because here's reality. When people like, and I just yesterday I said we should go off waist circumference and waist to height ratio in a video. This woman would be fat as fuck by a waist circumference measurement. I mean, so listen, lady, you're gonna be fat as fuck no matter what. No matter how many pounds of makeup you put on, no matter how much hair dye or chemicals you put in your hair. I mean, and no matter what you try to make it against the BMI index, you're still fat as fuck. It's like diabetes does not give a shit about the fucking determinant you fucking use. You get that, right? You understand that, right? It's not reality. But the BMI being created for white males is absolutely 100% true. It was a mathematician. It was not. I don't even believe it was about healthcare statistics, right? But here's reality. On a population level basis, the statistics and statistics for probability of chronic illness, disease, outcomes from things like cold viruses, scary fucking accurate. Scary on a population level. There are people that are exceptions. You're not fucking one of them. As a matter of fact, no woman is one of them. Here's why. No woman is one of them because women have a naturally lower body mass because they don't have as much testosterone and their skeletal frames are not as rugged as men's. Reality. Reality exists. Fucking enter it. Okay. So beefing about the BMI, like if you're 35 on the BMI, you're just fat as fuck. Like reality, like almost no adult average size male should have a 2 as the first number of their fucking weight. None. I mean, none. No male or female. The males in America that weigh 200 pounds, most of them are just fat, sloppy people. Fucking like a 5'9", 200-pound male normally is a sloppy male, fat. Like the amount of muscle mass a 5'9" to 5'10" pound male needs to not be fat is somewhere around 182 pounds of lean mass. That is an enormous man. An enormous man. I weigh like 185, 190 right now. I'm still a pretty big dude. And I'm about 5'9", 5'10". I'm shrinking, I think. But what the fuck? Just got to be real. Like, stop. Why are you so triggered by a BMI? You know you're fat. Like, well, do a waist measurement 2 inches above your belly button, or where your belly button should be if it sags. And if it's 35 or up for a woman, statistically, it's much even greater of a predictor of negative health outcomes than BMI. It is a very serious, it's even a closer predictor to negative outcomes by a good percentage than BMI is. So let's use that one. You're still fat as fuck.
Is literally rooted in anti-blackness. It's rooted in.
Okay, I love how people not liking fat people. Like, how about this? It's rooted in you're a burden on society. And that is not a blackness thing, because black people are not a burden on society. Black people just have darker skin, motherfuckers. If you are fat, you are a burden on society. If you are morbidly obese, you are a burden upon society. You are, in fact, ingesting food at a higher level than what you need to be healthy. And we as a herd of people should try to be as healthy as possible altogether. We are literally almost in 2023. After the last almost 3 years we fucking had, if you are not losing fucking weight from a morbidly obese state, you fucking suck. You are a horrible person. They have used the poor health of the population to basically destroy our fucking society. They've used it as the fear leverage point of, we have so many sick and fat people that we could overload the hospital system from a fucking cold. Get there faster. And if you had such a basis, when you got to go to it's anti-black, saying that being obese is bad for you is anti-black, when you got to go all the way there when you're not black, it's pretty fucking pathetic. You might as well just admit it's true when you're throwing a childish argument. Stop bringing up black people. Exactly. We are not meant to be fat. Nobody's meant to be fat. Nobody is meant to be morbidly obese. Nobody. I hear it all the time. Some people are just born with a predisposition. Yes, one, genetics loads the gun. You pull the trigger. But two, fucking not, people still, nobody is genetically hardwired to be obese. Maybe some people at a higher body fat range, some people, bigger shoulders and more muscle mass, stuff like that. But if you got rolls hanging off of you, you're not naturally meant to be that way. She's saying people of color are fat. Yes, she is. Absolutely. Look at people in Africa and not the ones starving. They're usually still not fat. Exactly. I mean, look at everybody 40 years ago. Almost nobody was fat. They were the exceptions. When I went to high school, there was 3 fat kids, and honestly, it was before we diagnosed a bunch of shit. One person probably had very serious, one girl I can think of, probably had very severe hypothyroidism and was underdiagnosed or not diagnosed at all, because we didn't diagnose that shit back then. And I think the other two probably had some very serious issues going on when you look back. And you wish you would have done something different, you know, but the fuck. Black and white men are virtually the same on average. So what the fuck is she talking about BMI? No shit. No shit.
Racism and sexism. Skinny shaming is not. How many times have you seen marketing campaigns that are labeled "Get fat quick"? Finally, add those stubborn 30 pounds. Show me where all the weight gain.
Well, the thing is, getting fat is known to be unhealthy. Being thinner, not too thin, is healthy. No, 30 pounds on anybody is unhealthy unless the person is radically underweight to begin with. Like the logic is just not there for this shit. And by the way, there are literally, like, Vogue magazine has policies about having too skinny women on their front magazines. France has laws about women that are too skinny. They can't work in the fashion industry. So hold your fucking roll here, woman.
Industries are. Show me all the damaging messages that say that skinny equals unworthy life or skinny equals ugly. When is the last
I see it all the goddamn time.
time that you've been penalized financially when an aircraft seat had to be accommodated to your smaller body? When is the last?
What the fuck? You're using more space. You're using more space. If anything, if you are light, like if you're a 100-pound person and you fucking take up a tiny little space, we should give you money back, motherfuckers. We shouldn't make you pay for your bags. How about that? The fuck is wrong with you? You're so fucking fat that you can't fit on an airplane seat, and you think the problem is that, like, what the fuck? It's not society. It's you. It's your gluttony.
Last time you've walked into a doctor's office and after they weighed you, stopped listening to what you were actually there for and told you to just gain weight because it will fix everything.
It happens to a lot of people. It happens to a lot of people. And for a lot of your guys' problems, losing weight is the fucking answer. Getting your fucking eating in order is the fucking answer. If you're 300 pounds and you are depressed, guess what? Losing weight, good for you. If you're 300 pounds and you have pain in your joints, guess what? Losing weight, good for you. If you're 300 pounds and your cholesterol level's high, your heart rate's fucked up, all sorts of shit, losing weight, good for you. Eating foods that will get you to lose weight, good for you. It's reality. Reality exists. No matter how much makeup you put on, no matter how many filters you fucking use, no matter how much you want to sit in a fucking room and talk into a void, reality exists.
Fat people endure all of that and more. Skinny people do not face employment discrimination or medical discrimination. The world was...
It's just your perspective. Again, the healthcare industry is the fucking third leading cause of death in the United States. Jesus Christ.
Designed for you. Eat a burger is just not comparable to systemic abuse.
Society is designed for people with a healthy weight. You know why? Because they live longer. Because they're not a burden on society. And fat people are, in fact, a burden upon society. Fat people burden society by using more resources and then we have to take care of them at a higher rate, using more resources. And then they don't put as much back into the fucking environment, statistically.
Abuse and oppression.
Ridiculous.
I'm here because my period is just...
Oh, God.
She'll remember when people...
Have you ever been in love?
I don't think so.
Do you want me to describe it to you?
I can't leave the house unless I'm wearing something like flattering.
No, because let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
Especially now that I'm in college. People
she knows shit now.
Often wear like leggings and sweatpants and sweatshirts to classes, but I don't. Not usually anyway. But it's because
oh my God. Okay, enough. Give me 1 second. I want to check something out here. So if you want to take a look at something, depression and obesity are confirmed link, and the causality goes both directions, right? So if you're obese, it causes depression. If you're depressed, it can cause obesity. It's like this vicious fucking cycle. You know? Give me one more second. I've been looking at stuff like this recently. A lot. Give me one second. So, I mean, a lot of them say depression is a risk factor for obesity, especially atypical depression and in African American adolescent males. Obesity is a risk factor for depression, especially in women for recurring depressive disorder. The comorbidity between obesity and depression is a risk factor for a bad prognosis illness. You know, like, so basically these people are fucking upset and depressed, and I get that, but fucking get there faster. It's fucking like, let's be fucking realistic. Anyway, let's see here. Oh. I absolutely believe that obesity and depression are linked because I live it. Working out and find joy in things, it fixed it. Good for you, Nefertiti, and thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. But they're obviously linked to me. Like, first of all, it's a hormonal thing. You cannot be hormonally healthy when you're obese. Your hormones are all fucked up. When you're carrying extra adipose tissue, estrogen levels are all fucked up. You can't be healthy. There's inflammation. Inflammation, like, that's another thing too. Inflammation and depression. Hang on a second. That's another one. This one's even from BetterHelp. Inflammation is a response of your body. It is your body's natural response to dealing with diseases and infections. That's a good thing, but if your body continues to be inflamed, there is not a disease, infection, and bacteria to fight it. It leads to chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation has been linked with many other diseases, including stroke and heart disease. It can also be connected to autoimmune disorders. That's why it is important to make sure. Recent studies are showing how inflammation is connected to depression in multiple ways. So, I mean, depression increases inflammation. How to reduce inflammation, how to get stress under control. Anyway, I know to get to 300 pounds, like, what the fuck? You know it's bad. I mean, it's not like it fucking sneaks up on you either. That's the thing. Like, it's not like it sneaks up on you, you know? My anxiety and depression have gone down. That is outstanding. It's one of the reasons why we put ashwagandha in No Morbidity, is because it does help with mood and stuff like that, sleep, cortisol management, that sort of thing. You know, the first product, No Morbidity, was meant to blunt hunger as much as humanly possible and work with visceral fat and things like that, work with waist circumference, because waist circumference, as I talk about all the time, is the determining factor we should really be looking at. And then it's to help people get rest, relaxation, sleep, those sort of things, right? So the next product we're going to have is for blood sugar regulation, glycemic control, glycemic response, insulin sensitivity, those sorts of things. Waist circumference also, those sorts of things. The self-propelled spiral, like, yep. I only use Tube here for social media, and it's most likely homemade documentaries. Let's see here. Dr. Beast, you said it yourself years ago. Can confirm nowadays I smile a whole lot more and have a lot more fun. Can't say the same thing from when I was overweight. It's hard. Emily Torrent. I have bipolar, and whilst nothing can really fix it aside from medication, when I'm pit of death depressed, eating well and exercising can stop the spiral on the way down if I catch it. Absolutely, that's very awesome. Very good for you to note and make note of. But always make sure especially if you are actually diagnosed with bipolar, make sure you're taking your medication and do not miss a day. I started taking no morbidity at night and have been sleeping very well. I moved mine to a little bit later in the evening also because I found myself getting a little sleepy early. So I moved mine to a little later also. I was taking it about 2 o'clock. And then I noticed I would have like a lull of energy right before my evening class with Crystal. So I'm moving it more towards right before the evening class with Crystal. That way I have the energy from after the class and then it kind of just dissipate off. But I'm going to take Q&A. And then I'm probably going to be live at some point in time tomorrow too, maybe even Sunday. I'm probably going to do some quick videos today also. And then we're going to go from there, motherfuckers. We're going to go from there. But what's the weather going to be like today? It's only 75 degrees here right now. That's fucking shitty. That's very, very... I don't need to track any fucking hurricane. Hurricane 9. Looks like we might have a hurricane coming by Wednesday at 1 a.m. Not too worried about it. We don't get worried about these things here. Weather. It looks like it's going to be nice. 93 fucking sunny ass degrees today. Looks like Crystal and I need to get our shit done early. Yeah. Hurricane Fiona is going to hit us in Atlantic Canada tonight, tomorrow. I hope you're well. Be good. Alan, if I take Ember, is it cool to take Nutrient Driver or is that too much berberine? It's fine. Ember only has a little bit of berberine in it, I believe. Yeah, it has the berberine. I still take it. As a matter of fact, I need to take half an Ember. Thank you. What's up, Awesome Sauce? Thank you for reminding me. I almost forgot to take it. Right there. Can we see Awesome Sauce, please? Awesome. I want to see you. Hey, Uncle Al, if you were stuck on a desert with only one piece of equipment, what would it be? If I was stuck in a desert with only one piece of equipment? With one piece of equipment. Give me 1 second. It would be this. Just so everybody knows, this is a shovel saw, and you can also make it into kind of a hoe. To then scoop out an area, but the other cool shit about this piece of equipment here is right at the very end. We got a fire starter flint. It's been used multiple times, many, many, many times. I oftentimes pack laundry lint in there. Got a knife with another little saw on it. And then in here, there's normally like a little screwdriver or hole punch, but I took that out because it was rattling. But then I put in here, water purification tablets, iodine, other stuff. And I cannot remember the company that sent this to me, but I love this motherfucker. We have 2 of them. We have one for me and one for Crystal. But I put water purification, those sorts of things in it. You're gonna get that shovel. It's fucking amazing. It's amazing. We're getting ready to go do some kayaking here within the next couple of months too. Some overnight stuff. So I absolutely fucking love it. I'll try to find the fucking thing for it. We're going to start doing, we hoped by next year to be doing a lot more content like that. Like content about us actually out in the fucking woods and shit like that. That's what I fucking love. So I would, yeah. This way I could dig out a shelter if I needed to. Hopefully, in an area of the sand, I could dig out an area to stay cool. I could light a fire with anything I could. I could chop stuff, and there would be water purification here and all of that. The only thing that would be hard is you have to dig for water if you're stuck in a desert. So staying out of the sun is key. Anyway, that's what I would use. That's what I would want. Oh, it's 40 pounds, high blood pressure gone. That's great, Jessica. Out fucking standing. Out fucking standing. Is there a logo brand on it? It's I have the emails sent. It looks like a fucking Decepticon. Look at that. But I can't remember where I got it. I can't remember the name of the fucking company. Have I tried archery before? No, that's on the list though. That's on the list. I have a bunch of things, a list of things I want to do here soon. So I have 3 ways to purify water and 3 ways to start fires. Always. If you don't have 2, at least you have none. So not all deserts have cactus. No, they don't. But all right, guys, I'm over an hour. It's time for me to go. I hope all of you had a great fucking week. And I will likely be going live at some point in time tomorrow. Talk to you later. Goddamn.